Steve, how are you, sir?
Graham! Whee! I'm running in circles. This is Diablo 4.
This is the Diablo 4. This is the pre-order beta that we're in. Next weekend will be a open beta. I'm not going to bother with that, but I'm in this one. So, yes, I'm playing on the Xbox Series S console. You're on your PC.
I sure am.
So we're going to put up 2 videos essentially, one of each. We've had a bunch of fun to get this actually working because I've got weird ass accounts on the Battle.net side, so I've actually had to reset my account and start again, sort of thing. So my character is basically brand new, level 1. I'm Maxine in the game, and you're using your character from your PC session, which you're a level 21 character. So you're going to rip through this game real quick for me, so that's real handy.
So the reason being is that hitting level 20 in the beta gives you bonus shit in the main game.
Okay, so that does flow through
when it comes out.
Okay.
So there's no progress crossover, but there is bonus account shit. And it's just me on the days those wargs say 20.
I think they might have had 20. They might have had 20 on the.
I just killed a deer.
So look, there's a couple of things here. Look, obviously this game is in beta. It's not gone particularly well for Blizzard this morning or these last couple of days. Not entirely surprising per se.
Should clear up
but I'm not. I didn't buy into this beta to test their system, whatever this is actually been, what they're using this for.
You should come over here.
Okay.
There's some stats up. So you're a barbarian and I'm a sorceress. Your other time with the beta you spent with a rogue as well, yeah?
Yeah, and I got to about a level. What did I get to? Level 11 with the rogue.
Okay. Is there a thing there for you?
There's nothing in front of me. If that's what you're no.
Like in this area where I am, there should be some sort of statue thing. Maybe you're not there yet. Oh, whatever. Who cares?
It's not there. I can't see anything.
So there's things of Lilith in the world. Where you get people get bonuses and things like that.
Yeah, I suspect because you've done that one.
Possibly.
You haven't. That's not appearing for me. Yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to get to is that this game. Yeah, I pre-ordered. I wasn't going to pre-order this game, but I decided to in the end, for one particular purpose, and that was to see if they broke Diablo 4 in terms of the game they changed, because the last time that we played a Diablo game was Diablo Immortal, and that left a pretty bad taste in our collective on our collective souls.
It was fucked on PC.
It was fucked on everything. So I just wanted to get into here just to see had they stuffed it up, broken it, because then if they did, wasn't going to then bother again. Turns out they haven't done that at all. The game is really good. We're going to play for as much as we can. We'll play through the first couple of sort of story missions or whatever.
What's it to you?
Well, obviously the bit of spoiler stuff. I don't know where this actually, if this is the actual start of the game when the game comes out in June.
Yes,
So
I believe it is.
I suspect it probably will be. There was a absolutely stunning, as per Blizzard standard, cutscene, which we will skip for this in these videos because they are quite long or longish.
And it's also the beta, and you're going to experience them when you play the actual main game as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see them all again. So let's just tick these things off. So
there we go.
Do this.
Aha!
We'll do what we can for him.
Yeah. So
might have to keep him in the shadow.
I won't worry about doing all the dialogue options. I'll just do the one that moves the story forward.
We have nowhere else to turn.
No one should.
Truly?
Alright. Already I'm level 2 without even doing much, so that's cool. Yeah, so look, they haven't the core mechanics have not changed.
No.
You've still got
I can't do that here.
let's get out of this town.
You click on shit and it blows up.
You kick on shit and stuff dies. So you've got your standard thing. Bottom bottom left hand corner, you've got your health. Now, one thing I think they have changed their health. I think because I actually fired up Diablo 3 a bit earlier today, just to have a look to remind myself what exactly it was.
Oh yeah.
And the health came up in little vials that you could pick up. But this time I've got 4 of them. You can see I've got the left bumper there from the controller. That'll use one. But if I just pick up one, it won't immediately fill my health. It'll go into my sort of stash of 4, which I assume will have an upgrade point at some point to make more 4 of them, because 4 is not enough. But
it is, because I've got 5.
Okay, so there's something you can do there. Cool. So,
And as you progress through the levels, you also get more improved potions, which you can then upgrade at alchemists.
okay, so we'll get to the main city. There's a city we're coming. We'll get to where things sort of open up per se. Okay, so the other thing is same thing here. You've got your standard stuff for here. You've got all your various equipment items, abilities, the skill tree. This is the thing that's a bit more interesting, because I had a look on Diablo 3 because I was thinking this wasn't the same. This was different how they laid this out, and it is quite a bit different. Okay, I might just move into the city so I don't get attacked or anything while I'm explaining all this stuff. So you still got skill points. Every time you level up, you get one. In Diablo 3, they had your abilities were sort of categorized. They were categorized. You had a secondary, a primary skill, a secondary skill, a defensive skill, a hunting skill, a devices skill, and an archery skill.
That's right. Was that dependent on the class you played?
I don't think so. No,
Because the hunting skills in that seem like they'd be different.
The category was the same, but what you get in for your character was then different. So these are all the skills that are for the in fact, why not actually? Yeah, be curious to see what yours are like, but I obviously can't see them. So yeah, so we've got abilities here: frenzy, bash, and lunging strike. What does that do? Generate fury. Does 12 damage. Does after bashing 4 times. Oh, I think we'll use that. Now I've unlocked that skill. This thing comes here to the next set of skills, and then they unlock. Now I think you need to get use 5 skills to get to this group, and then you need 10 to get to this one. So it's a little bit different. Then also these are your passive ones at the bottom here. You're going to have one of these active at any one time.
I actually didn't notice the number of skill points needed to get down the actual tree.
Yeah, so you can't. In the previous game, you would have unlocked it with your level. Now they've unlocked it with using the skills, but they've also not done the categorization stuff that was in the last one. So this is a bit different. I'm not too sure I necessarily like it per se. It's different, put it that way.
Yep.
This is where you got your whirlwind, which would be your area of attack kind of a thing. Requires any complete arsenal weapon. So some of these are actually require you to have certain types of weapons attached or equipped to be able to do stuff. So now I've got that. That's now on assign skill. Press Y. I'm going to attach it to A. So now I've got. Go out there.
Oh.
So now I'm using that as my main account. So you got to dodge. So that's a little bit different. I think they've done two. That's definitely different in that you've got those skills are a bit differently how you get them. But in terms of the actual rest of the game, it's pretty much the same. I mean, it is the same. So the upshot of all this was, for me, they haven't broken Diablo 4. It's the same game. They've made some tweaks to it. Did you get gold from that, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got some.
But I think it's loot exclusive, because I picked up a pair of rare item yellow gloves. So I think if I dragged them out and dropped them on the ground, can you see loathed fists?
I can now, yes.
Yeah. So as it turns out, when I was playing through the beta on Saturday, I got a like a yellow two-handed sword, thinking you were going to be a barbarian.
Yeah, and normally I would have been, but
Yeah.
I
decided to go rogue.
Decided to go rogue in a lot of ways.
I think I'm gonna go rogue in the main game and because I like the idea of crossbows and swords and shit.
Yeah, so the thing that I sort of now don't like about rogue is you don't have any really decent area effect stuff.
Yep.
So I was playing earlier today and I did one of the dungeons, we've still got dungeons. And I basically... Okay, here we go. So here we got, on the ground we've got two health potions.
Yep.
We can't pick them up because... Oh, I've still leveled up again. We're both, A, full of health, and B, full of our potion limit. So if I press LB, which I can't even use, we can't pick them up.
I'm down on health and I can't pick them up. You can only pick them up when you spend a charge.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got to sort of be wary of that. If you think you're down on health, you've got to use a charge to fill yourself up. Then you can go pick up one on the ground. So it's a bit different. I'm not too sure I like it, but it is what it is. So
it ends up working out alright when you after you play for a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not that much of a...
Yeah, have some pants. I wonder if you'll be able to wear those pants I just dropped.
Depends on if... Nah, so they're all for sorcerer stuff. So,
okay.
So they're sorcerer specific gear, so no. Alright, let's do this. So you got standard stuff, I'm just going to keep... Anything I basically come across that's anywhere better than what I'm currently carrying, I immediately equip it.
Yep.
Okay, let's quickly go for... so you got your standard stuff, attack, armor, life. Press the left stick in and you get this list of all the other offensive stuff. I think this is new. They've now got other materials to pick up.
Yes.
Called Galawine
item
and
crafting.
Item crafting. I have not seen that actually in game yet as to when to do that. So
it's mainly when it's. There was some crafting in. There was crafting in 3.
Yeah, there was.
I just don't think you got as much materials in the
yeah,
world.
I don't think it's quite as what this was like. What do I do?
Just before we go in, you can actually refund all your skill points just for gold.
Yeah, you can refund all your skill points from sort of respect.
And it's fairly cheap too. Like I've got 21 skill points I'm about to refund because I just realised one of my primary skills I don't really need. So only 1100 gold.
Okay, that's not too bad. And gold you get, gold you just get. Not a problem getting gold in this game at all.
Oh, I'm making bank.
Yeah, I'm not like my last character was like, I think it was like 18,000 gold, and I wasn't doing anything specific. So yeah.
And when you get down the end of the skill tree, you can only pick
there's some
one
things,
of two.
One or two, or one of you can only have active one thing at a time, sort of thing. So when you get down to your alternate, so to explain that to everybody.
Yes, 25 there, and let's do incinerate. Yep, and let's...
Yeah, so here for example, I'm in the... Yeah, so you can see, when I do hover over that, you see it's crossing out the other one down below. Hit it with that thing. And then the very last one's the same. That's like a... I think these are passive ones at the very end here, I think. Anyway, so...
Defensive, conjuration, so elemental. I've got mastery. Skill points to enable this connection. Oh, okay, so it won't tell me what it is. Alright, let's go into the tower.
One thing we must say, this game looks really, really good.
it looks good for what it is.
Yeah.
DLSS, at least DLSS on the PC. I don't know if it's DLSS 3.
Okay. Yep.
So there is the NVIDIA stuff working.
Yep.
On it. It does. I think it's got ray tracing.
Okay. Yep.
Actually, let's just. I'm saying I think. Why don't we check?
Yep.
I've got everything set to the highest.
Okay. Yep.
So there's like reflections and stuff, like water simulation and stuff like that. I don't think there's ray tracing yet.
Okay. Yep.
But it does have HDR. I can't activate HDR right now because certain games you can only activate HDR if you've got HDR turned on in Windows.
Gotcha. Yep. Yep.
And native Windows HDR on this monitor in particular isn't great.
Yep.
There's some flickering and stuff like that, so I don't bother.
Yep.
But like I said, I've said it a couple times. I'm looking to get a new monitor at some point. And one of the things I'm looking for is good HDR on it. And this is basically what Diablo 4 is.
Yep. It's very similar to Diablo 3, and Diablo 2, and Diablo.
Click on things and they die.
They die. Curious, are you playing with the controller?
No, I'm playing with mouse and keyboard.
You're doing the old stuff. Okay.
But you can just switch the keyboard on the fly.
Okay. Yep.
Eat fire.
Oh, you're fighting enemies, eh?
Where'd you go? Here it is.
Map. Alright, we'll go this. Which way we go? This one?
This way where the health is.
Oh, chest. We'll go for chest. I need gears.
Oh,
I'm gonna kill every chest I can. Mind you, not everything's got gear in it. It's this way.
I have a sturdy hood. So I'll just quickly show my inventory. I've got all either legendary or the yellow items.
Epic? My ship is epic?
It says rare.
Oh, really?
Blue magic. So they've labelled it differently, but it still goes through the grey, blue, grey, blue, yellow, then the orange for legendary. But again, I played this for about 6-7 hours on Saturday.
Yep.
Basically, it was, I'm going to get this to level 20 so that however much we play when we record, it doesn't matter. I've got this stuff all sorted. It's also weird that, like, there you go. You got another level. It's showing the monsters as being level 20 on my side, but you're doing, like, level 20 damage.
Oh, interesting, because on my side they're not. They're level 1 and 2, so it's obviously displaying appropriately for each of us.
So it still shows you as level 4 and me at level 21.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're getting level 21.
So that's Archer is a level 3 for me. What is it for you?
20.
Yeah, okay. If I do hit him, I do 12 damage to him. So I'm doing level 3 damage to him, or level 4 damage to him.
Yeah.
But you're seeing him as a level higher, yeah. So it's scaling to you, and you're doing the same sort of relevant damage that I would do if. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So it's not just a complete cakewalk for me. I will say that my time with the beta, I've spent on World Tier 2. Which was the veteran world tier, purely because you just get more XP, more gold and shit like that. Again, not that it really matters.
Yeah, no progression is going to really go over to the main game from this.
The only thing that's going to carry over is the bonus shit you get for playing the beta.
Getting to the beta.
I am curious to see what the boss in this dungeon is going to be like when we get to how difficult it's going to be. Because I had to actively move around and it wasn't just randomly click on it to blow it up. I actually had to do some moving and things like that. I like that fire beam. It's more when you get into the open world, you see the new shit they've added too.
Yeah, they added a couple of other things, which is you can now sort of what's that?
The dungeons are very specifically labelled as such, and you can clear them.
Yeah, and also they give you a particular benefit from doing them.
Yes. I've got I've got 5 of those aspects. One of them, progress campaign. Yep. Most of mine I've got, but I can just show my class.
I'm out of fury.
Well, channeling, incinerate, you're burning. All right. I'm just gonna switch that around. And let's quickly turn the sound down a little bit more, because even with it, the music down, the main sound effects are still a bit loud. The weird thing is you don't get any mana drops.
No, so the orange sort of bubble thing, whatever you want to call it, is mana, is your stamina,
Well,
whatever.
I've got the typical blue.
Yeah, I think each character it's got the same thing, but it's got a different name.
Yeah. So
mine,
yours is Fury.
Yeah, mine's Fury. So that's mine. I think when it was with the Rogue, it was blue, but had a different name. I can't remember what they called it now.
Probably Focus or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, so it has the same thing. It just goes down. Why can't I? Oh, so.
And you get a 5% bonus for being near another player. Double this effect if they are your party member.
Oh, okay.
So we're each getting 10% bonus XP.
Yep.
And I also have a perk where mana regeneration increases from not taking damage.
Oh, interesting. So my actually Fury is going down at the moment, which I'm curious why it's going down. But anyway.
That's weird. And guess what?
Yep.
So this is showing as level 20 for me.
Yeah, so he's level 3 for me.
I'm not ready.
He's just going to be focusing probably on one of us, so we can sort of focus.
Oop. There's a part of me that thinks it'd be funnier if this was just level 3 and I walked through and killed it in 2 hits. So there's red pips in the actual boss's health bar up top.
Yeah.
That's where it drops health refills if needed.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought it might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing an earlier boss in a dungeon, and I thought that might have been some sort of like save check.
I mean, I only died. I think I died twice or 3 times in my playing, and they were all at world events.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll come across. Hopefully we'll come across some. They're actually funny.
Oh, we will do it once we get to the open world or the hub world stuff. Oh, I did plus 20.95 stagger. Shit, I better hit. Yeah. Guess what? Fuck you. I also have 2 evades.
I do? Okay.
So I can't remember what I did for that, but I have 2 evades.
Okay.
And I didn't get any reward because I've already done this.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm doing this for yeah, I've done it already, but not on this character. So.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go check what we got there. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. For that. Bit of damage. One thing you got to do when you play these games is once you realise you can't use anything, mark it as junk. No point keeping stuff if it's not going to be any use to you. Right. So what are we doing? There's a wire there.
It's weird, like when you go up, it doesn't make me go with you.
Okay. I thought, so I thought I was the leader of the group or whatever. Yeah. I
would have thought so too. But as it turns out, nope.
Alright. Alright, we'll just progress the story very quickly. If I can kick
my allies must be here to do that.
Oh. The entire party must be present. Come here.
Okay.
For some reason it won't let me do it. Don't know why. Oh, it's
the old ruins are clear.
So there are these engine cutscenes like this little thing. This is.
Yep.
So I'll just skip this.
Lost souls.
Yeah, good point actually. Oh, I can't skip it. No.
I'm out of fury.
Hit and escape, spacebar. Clicking the button. Nothing yet.
Weird. Oh wait. So we have been joined by an NPC character. I think his name is Isif or something.
Yosif.
Isif.
I think this must be like set in some sort of like Russian equivalent. Because a lot of the names have very Russian.
Oh yeah, and they've definitely got that sort of accent to them as well, for sure.
Yeah. Hello, I am Yosif.
I don't have enough fury.
What?
Oh, I'm still can't skip the cutscene.
Oh god. Okay.
So on my side, you see me about to get picked up by
You
Oswin and
are
dumped and all that sort of stuff.
blessed Like us now.
Well, I've taken out the... Very interesting once
That
you've come
was
back
almost
from
it.
that. What's gonna...
Yeah, it's gonna be
Right,
curious to see
really.
what happens on that front.
Yeah, because I've done the next part of the story. I've spoken to... I've taken out their 4 enemies. I'm now about to speak back to... this guy... Yep.
Madman. Those
Oh,
heretics
Oswin,
drugged me
didn't need
after
to
I
spit there, that was
came to
disgusting.
what? Perhaps the key?
I don't know why I can't skip this.
Yeah, alright.
Particularly because I skipped this when I played through the... Oh, maybe because when I played through it the first time, I skipped it.
Yeah, okay.
But you're playing through it technically for the first time, aren't you?
Yeah, on this character I am, yeah.
Hmm.
So I think I'm going to be getting a...
There we go.
Only fire can cleanse the darkness in
Yep,
this
there we go.
place. Have a look inside.
So turn
Hurry.
like I just alt tab.
I
So
will prepare
my
the torch.
people watching mine would have seen the video frame rate chunk up badly because I alt tabbed to make this to refocus this, which then allowed me to skip the cutscene for some reason.
That has happened on on another game actually. Same thing happened. I've lost audio and everything, but the game little lost focus on what I was playing or something. It's really kind of old.
Like the
Right, so
ones
another
I was
cutscene, so
fed.
we'll get through this hopefully. There we
Is
go.
this real?
Oop, we're
I
outside now.
came to thank the light.
Which this part was the first time you see the big bad.
You
Yep, which is why I
collapsed
just skipped it all.
inside.
Yep.
I thought the darkness had swallowed you.
So, skip conversation.
Find the hermit's cabin.
Alright. So we've almost done the first, I don't know what it's actually, like, not the first quest. Yeah, again, we'll get into the main app. This is kind of a bit of a little bit sort of, so there are things that, doesn't, when I played that the first time, the character said something. He's not saying
Oh, really?
that. Yeah, like I said, when the storm goes, I'll be able to go
Oh
through
yeah,
there.
it does that on certain spots.
Certain spots, and I thought that was one of them, but obviously not. Alright, so
There's also interactable passageways, like
okay.
in the world. We haven't got to any of them yet. But there's like you can climb up cliffs and
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that.
was going to say we'll hopefully come across some of those as we work through this area. But yeah, so they've made a bit of a, like, the game has always had verticality in terms of the environment.
Went the wrong way.
Are we? Oh, we
Yeah,
have to.
down here.
Yep, you're right.
There we go. So there should be there's a Lilith statue here too.
Yeah, there was
You
one.
might actually
Yeah, be curious if I see it in this one because I. Yeah.
Altar of Lilith.
Yep, I do. So these are well, we won't. Lilith is the bad person in this particular storyline.
Lilith is Diablo.
Yeah, exactly. So when we get to the main, so I don't think we're going to see it. No, when we get to the big city, which we're aiming to get to, this sort of area, I don't know how to describe it, like region stuff unlocks or becomes thing, which is I think is new. So I'm just going to quickly check my ability. Oh, expertise, that's new. Ooh, a rogue didn't have that. That's different. Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a rogue didn't have that as a tab. I just had character and abilities. Interesting.
I've only got character and abilities too.
Yeah, I've got an expertise, weapon expertise, one-handed expertise. I can upgrade that
Yeah.
by using, what am I using? How am I doing
That makes sense though.
What am I actually upgrading it with though? Oh, 0 of 15, that must be XP I suspect, looking at the numbers. Interesting. Make great axe. I'll grab an axe. 14 damage.
Ooh, I can do one of my side quests while we're over here.
Okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just fighting a bear.
Cool.
Oh no!
Yeah, so just so people know, we can't see each other's screen in the same game.
I I don't have enough fury.
So what level was that bear for you?
I didn't get a chance to look at it actually, if I'm honest.
Oh.
I'd have to look at the video to see what it was at. I'd like to think in my small way I helped.
Yeah, you're about to hit it.
I was about to hit it. I think I may have at least swung at it.
That's weird. So it shows me the highlighted area where I can come and get this axe for this side quest, but I can't actually find the axe. I'd say that's some beta jank.
No, that's just an area you've got to look in.
Yeah.
To be able to do it.
There's nothing there to look. There's no axe there for me to find.
Oh, okay, interesting.
At least I can't see it. The map actually shows your path too.
Yeah, it does. It can do. Yeah, especially if it's to a main objective anyway. Yeah. So you can see on the map here and on the mini map in the top right hand corner, we've got this looking like a cellar, like it's a cellar door symbol.
Yep.
So let's go do that. I'm going to the ice-worn cellar. It's a little side thing. So we'll go. Oh, I've got a skill point to do. What are we going to do? I want whirlwind. What's that? Rapidly check.
Swing around.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want. We want some area of effect stuff. Yeah, I think I might actually need to equip that.
Uh-oh.
I'm low on fury.
Oh no. I'm out of mana.
Where was it? Where is it gone?
What are we looking for?
I'm trying to assign whirlwind. Maybe I have done it. Okay.
You can't put skills to the other buttons yet.
Yeah, I've got two buttons. I've got an A and an X available to me, but
Okay.
for some reason I'm not sure it's actually putting. Oh, it is there. I'm just having. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm just not following the thing properly. Alright. So did we do? Oh, okay. We actually did that one.
I may have already cleared it out.
I think you might have cleared it out. That's alright. So it should now have. So on your map, does it have a little tick box next to that icon? The fact that it's been completed?
Got nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too. So I'm not so sure if that's. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Did it say cave completed or whatever for you?
I'm out
No, I
of
didn't
fury.
do that. No.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't actually technically complete it for whatever reason. Anyway,
Let's try going back in there.
let's go back in because it should. I think I've done a dungeon before and actually completed. It had a little tick box next to it.
Yeah, it said dungeon completed.
Yeah. So have we actually?
Oh, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead, so I'm not so sure what we. There's nothing to interact with. There's some gear to pick up, but that's it. Yeah, maybe that doesn't have an objective thing to actually finish. I'm not too sure. Alright, got a bunch of gear to look at, so let's do that. Oh, we'll grab that. Grab that. Cool. So what have we got? We haven't got much on the attack power. We've got a decent amount of armor at the moment, 200 and something. Right, wherever you wanted to. So let's go and get this hermit's cabin thing. Let's do that. So we want to go probably this way.
You can also go into the map and set waypoints.
Yes.
You as well. It just seems like a lot of quality of life, like little quality of life changes.
Yeah, that's definitely made some changes that are pretty decent, I think.
Accessibility options are also fairly well done from everything I've seen.
Yeah, same with
The old colorblindness stuff's done really well.
Yeah.
You can actively choose the specific color of outlines and things like that. Die, spider. There's a bunch of challenges as you go through as well.
Yeah, so like things like this where it says duck. Like that's
Yes.
just, you don't have any, you just do it. But they've got climb, they've got, I've also seen jump, and if you've seen a jump one.
I have.
So yeah, they've got those, so you just slight tweaks to the map basically. So you normally would just be you'd be on a single plane, but you'd have elevation. This time they actually put in sort of set points where elevation happens.
The one thing I don't know is if whether or not the dungeons and stuff are randomly generated like they have been in Diablo's past.
Yeah, not too sure either. So we're now starting to
If it
pick
is-
up these bite bearing, which is this one of the many. So if I go into my abilities, and I go into my stats, you're going to go into my inventory. All this plants, ore, skins, monster pelts.
I
Yeah,
will show that on mine.
All this stuff is
I've got lots of it.
is a new aspect of it, which I assume is upgrade materials of some sort. I think that we need to go find there's a building.
Burn the
there.
deer. Whoops.
Building somewhere in the middle. You're just trying to get through this quickly. We've been going for haven't we going for that long actually?
Yeah. 36 minutes.
30 odd minutes. Yeah. We're going through here.
I will say, I like the voice on this
Is
dude.
anyone here?
The character or your character?
The character we're about to meet.
Okay.
What are you hiding back here?
I like his voice.
This is Lorith, isn't it, or something? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I like him too. Skip this. Also skip this. But yeah, I do like this character as well. He's a good character, good actor, good voice actor. As with past Diablo games or past Blizzard games in general,
Short fangs.
the
freshly
video
turned,
quality of the cutscenes are
easy kill.
stunning as usual.
Yep.
Further south than the others.
And I haven't seen any
They're spreading.
voice work. I haven't heard anything voice work. Sorry, that I haven't considered. That's really good. So yeah.
Did you know that Deckard Cain died in Diablo 3?
Fallen.
I vaguely recall that. Yeah.
The city.
I can't even remember that happening.
The seeds are spreading.
That game's what? 3 years old? 4 years old? When did you,
Oh,
when did you last play through the story? I think maybe that's the other question to ask me, rather than how old it is.
I've gone back a couple of times and started a few new characters, but haven't got to the point of Deckard dying. I think most of the time I only get to about level 19, 20, which in Diablo 3 doesn't take a massive amount of time.
No. Yeah, and it's like a quarter of the story.
If you've got a Corsair keyboard on PC, you'll get some really cool lighting effects on the actual
The
keyboard.
angel in Arius.
Okay, as
That's
the
not
game
Linger.
progresses. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyovashad lies
So
just
when you
ahead.
get a when you level up, you'll get a nice little color wave up the keyboard.
Yep.
The letter Q, the space bar, and the number
enter
1,
the
the
city, you
keys
must
We have no
where you
time for
have
this.
skills attached. They're lit up a different color. It's just, yeah, it's things
To
like
enter
that.
Kyovashad,
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe it with the sin which troubles you.
What do you write on it?
Then cast it into
Anger.
anger.
Both columns.
I did nothing.
Okay.
With the
I
light
just scribbled
burn
nothing. Like,
away
scribbled a
your
bunch of
sin.
characters, make it look like nothing, and just like, this is a waste of time.
Good. You must.
Right. We're now at this coffee
Greetings.
shed. Coffee shed. It's where the
Yes,
main
Kyovashad.
coffee shed. It's where the main
It's basically Sanctuary.
sanctuary essentially. This is
what
the
did you
capital
write on a
sanctuary.
little piece of wood? Something about hate or anger, perhaps?
Interesting.
Well, it matters little, I suppose.
His voice has gravitas.
Alright.
Oh, do I need
Cracked hooves, sway back.
Speak
cloudy
with
eyes.
merchant. Actually, you do that.
Things
I'm gonna
perhaps a bit
go
growback.
see the alchemist.
Okay. As with previous
Yeah.
Diablo games, they've got waypoints which allow you to fast travel. It's cool.
Do I have to be over there for you to progress that?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Oh, I still have a town portal. Teleport to Maxine.
Ah, so the old man.
Alright, so now we've actually got to here. If I press into the options, not options, we've got this, we're in an area called Fractured Peaks. And that's all this. So I zoom out here, we've got, this is all Fractured Peaks within here.
Wait,
Each sub-area's got
the
its
old man sold
own
me this too. He said
level
he didn't
associated
need
with it.
anymore, but I think he'd want it
and
back
so
all the
here's
same.
the level 30
No
that's the
charge.
area. Yeah, level 5, level 7, level 15, level 5, that sort of thing. And underneath the main sort of toolbar there, you've got renown. That's a new thing. So
Yeah.
renown's like a region XP kind of thing, and by doing certain things, which I don't think. So, there, for example, there's a little side quest there, which a little on my map here. I've got a little side quest called raising spirits, which is actually a very, very simple thing to do. And by doing that, I earn some renown. And then if I go out and do world events, we earn renown. If we go and do
Just finding locations.
finding locations, like finding areas, gives you renown.
Yeah.
And as a result of doing stuff, you get these boosts along. You get these things along the way. So you get. So if I get to 200 renown, I'll get a bonus XP. I assume that's locked in, like you get bonus XP forever. I assume.
I believe so.
You get a bunch of 3,000 gold. You get the skill points. Some which goes to every character. Not too sure that means claimed by each character versus all characters on the realm. Not too sure what that actually means. And then yeah, so there's a part of that you just get these extra. There's that charge potion. The second. Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Now, a couple of things are locked on this one. In the, I don't know if you've done have you done anything with the jeweler?
I can now.
You can now. Okay, curious what
Yeah.
that would actually sort of mean, because what that currency that uses. I assume that because I've got, yeah, both the jeweler is unlocked at level 20,
Yeah.
and the occultist unlocks at level 25, which I think is.
That's the level cap for the beta.
That's level cap for the beta. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. So I might just go and.
So I can. There is a mission I can do.
Associated with unlocking the jeweler. Or
Yeah,
use-
for the jeweler, but because because we're in your game, your world state, not mine.
Yep.
I think it's weird because it surfaces that I can like talk to them, and there's the icon for a mission. But I
Yeah.
can't actually get the mission,
You can actually get it. Yeah. Okay.
which I think is just open. I think that's just beta stuff.
Oh, well, no, it's because it's because it's my world, not yours. I think that's.
Yeah.
What it is.
Well, I mean the fact
Apologies.
that it's showing those things.
Oh
He
yeah,
also
yeah,
gave me
yeah.
this-
Alright.
And then you get the splash of "Welcome to the beta, pre-order," which I've already done.
Oh, I didn't get that. That's interesting. I didn't get one of those.
Oh, didn't you?
Yeah.
And now there's a bunch of people in the world.
Yep. So now we've got we're into the. Oh, now it just popped up on mine. Yeah. So now we can see other characters, other players in the world as well. So here's one of these side missions. So do
Yes,
that.
well,
Skip all
both-
this.
Not while I'm in town.
If we go into the map, I'll press the left D-pad. We've got the standard journal stuff. We've got the campaign on its own, and then we've got side quests as a separate tab. If I go down this one, you get Meanstead coffers. Let's go very quickly to this other really easy little side quest in here.
The new militia.
Oh,
So
I
actually,
can't do that
think
here.
I hit a bug I tried going to the world out this path out here, and I just run in the spot.
Okay, yeah, there's
Like
there is some sort of banding stuff that might be happening as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've also gone into areas that are basically told me to go back, otherwise I'll get transported backwards. Sort of, or they're
I haven't hit that yet.
Yeah, I've done it a couple. I've had it.
Brutal.
Yeah, there's some parts of the
I
map I've
like
been
it.
into where the game will basically say, can't remember what the wording pops up with it, but it says, yeah, if you keep going, you're going to get sort of
well done.
transported back to the map or something. I don't know what the
Thanks.
wording is, but
I hope they don't
there's obviously
get
some
used
parts
to
of it aren't in the fully there in the game, which is fine. It's a beta. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's. What should we do? So where are we going? Which way are you going that had that problem?
Along this bridge, so out this bridge, out this way.
I'm actually curious what this, if it does. I assume it should do the same for me.
Well, I lodged it as a bug because it looks like you should be able to walk through it. Now I'm gonna laugh if I can actually walk through it this time. No, I can't.
I can.
For real?
Yep, I've walked through it.
So it's absolutely a bug for me, so I can't follow you.
Yep. That's interesting. Yeah, so I'm now in a. Yeah,
You
fridge.
keep going, because I think near the actual center of town, there's a teleporter that'll teleport me to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to interact with another little mission I just picked up, side quest.
Which I think is really, really funny.
Yeah, look,
I'm just sitting there on my end, just one of them.
Yeah, well, I saw it do it. I saw it do it on the screen when you were doing it, but then I did it a couple of times, then I just kept on going.
Yeah. Whereas I couldn't.
Interesting. Yeah, you can see behind me now. Okay.
Look, guys, it's a bear.
Fair. Yeah, so look, we've pretty much showed you everything that's in this game so far. There's actually not much to actually show you.
Like from a mechanics perspective and things like that.
Yeah, like, yeah. Sure what that's about.
There is actually a not randomly spawning, but a scheduled spawn in the world boss as well.
Yeah, I've heard they've sort of had a post on there, like everywhere about this. That's happening. I don't think we probably won't get it in this.
We
session.
probably won't. I won't see it outside of Ooh. So there's silent chests that you need keys for.
Oh, okay.
It's
that's
locked.
new. You need a whisper.
So you need a whispering key to unlock it. There's a world event over here, Graham.
Alright, let's go do one. Yep, these are yeah, these aren't well, they've sort of got a different context now because of the nature of the game's a bit different to what it was under.
If you've ever played a games as service,
Yeah, the games they're not you, no. This big blue dabbling thing we're seeing here. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Rites of Ascension. Play the chapter, right? Oh.
You get rid of these ones on the end because
Yeah.
they're stuck in the...
So there's mastery rank, there's mastery challenges as well.
Yeah, there's challenges that are going along with the do stuff.
So this one is to slay the unascended before the rite is complete. We should be able to.
Playing a road.
Is there another dude with us, is there?
Yeah, on the other side of the globe. Yeah. He's a level 25. Road.
Oh, okay, I just see a bunch of arrows coming from the sky.
Yep, that's that one.
Oh, hey, Noose. This is not, I got orange smoke. Just while we're doing this, I will say, this is not the only open beta that's going on this weekend. Capcom are doing an open beta for Exo Primal.
Ah, damn it. You failed that. No,
Oh, we didn't get the mastery on it. Oh wait, did the actual dude? Oh, the dude fucked off.
yeah, no, still here. Yeah, but the boss buggered up. We missed out on it. We didn't do it in time. Where we had materials for it. We completed it, but I think we didn't get the full mastery of it. So.
There we go. I got a progress on a challenge. So yeah, Capcom's got a beta for Exo Primal, and I said to you on Saturday night, the writing in it, profoundly stupid. In a really funny way. And just the concept of dinosaurs dropping from the sky. Really quite amusing.
So up here we've got a... oops. So if I bring up the map here... And so that one says... So if I bring up the map on this dungeon, rewards for on first completion you get mangled aspect.
Yep.
But there's when you are struck as a werebear, you have a 20% chance. Yeah, you have a 20% chance to gain 1 spirit. That's for draw only. So there's actually no real benefit to us doing that.
Except for XP.
Other than the XP and what else you might gain through actually completing it. There are you can in some of them get. I did one this morning with ultimately the boss kicked my ass. Where the halfway through it I got a side quest within the dungeon sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then that gave me some decent XP and some stuff to but the boss absolutely not the boss but save the boss that was a big spider.
Really?
A big spider, but what the heck? Was it
I'm frozen.
yeah, a couple.
Orange pants.
Yeah, so it's a spider that once they spawned a bunch of enemies to sort of help them, and they just swarmed me, and I was screwed. I could not get them.
Oh.
I could not do it. But yeah. So what else have we got? What's that doing? No idea.
I've seen a reliquary before.
Yeah. What else should we
I mean, as far as a showing off sort of thing, there's not really much
Yeah,
to show off.
there is not much more to do because we have pretty much. Yeah, I'm just curious.
The only thing to do is basically just to play more of it.
Yeah. So okay.
But
so,
again, is there much point to playing more of it when the progress doesn't carry over? Probably not.
probably not. No.
But it's still fun clicking on things.
Still, yeah. Yeah.
And
not-
hilariously, this whole time we've recorded, I haven't gained a level.
Oh, haven't you? Well, I'm
No,
now.
I've only gained two-thirds of
Yeah, no,
two-thirds of level.
and I'm up to 7. So on my
But it's weird.
expertise tab, so I've got one of them is two-handed mace expertise, and that's about halfway through the first rank of that. So they must be just earning XP while doing
Yeah, just
two-handed
using
mace,
those weapons.
two-handing those weapons. The other ones have not progressed at all, except the one-handed axe expertise has got 100 out of 15,750.
There you
So that's got a way to go. Sorry, you were saying
There is
before.
also the Paragon ranking, which
Yeah, well,
Um,
that'll be unlocked in the main game for sure. So.
that sure will. Apparently, the main game level cap is 100,
Oh, is it? Okay.
from what I read or heard somewhere. There we go, more gold. There's a part of me that's a little bit bummed that none of the progress is going to carry over.
Yeah, I can understand why it's not there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, like I said, I'll start as a rogue because I like at least in Diablo 3, the rogue abilities where you're just basically creating a stream of hot death coming out of your crossbow.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's really entertaining.
I went back
Just like
into
this.
I went into Diablo 3 and did that this afternoon just to look at what I had.
Fun,
and
right?
It's bloody awesome.
Were there a bunch of gifts there waiting from me?
No.
Oh. Because I remember when I was playing Diablo 3 on the PlayStation, like, I sent you a bunch of gifts. Or maybe we were both playing at that time. I don't know.
What do I want here? What's that?
Ooh, I discovered an area. It is kind of cool that they do level it.
I
They
need
do
more
scale
fury.
it for each individual. Which I'd imagine would be a fucker to actually program.
Oh yeah, I don't know how they've done it, but yeah.
There's a dude riding a horse!
Yeah, so do you have mounts in this game? That's another thing that's new. I don't think we'll
It's fairly limited in its use in the in the beta.
in the
apparently.
beta. Yeah. So yeah, I'm seeing some stuttering, which is obviously the game network code catching up with itself occasionally.
But like, given that it's an open beta, there hasn't been a lot of stuttering.
No, it hasn't been much at all. No, I mean the biggest issue's been just getting onto the game in the first place.
And even then, like when we tried doing this at the time of recording, there was barely a queue.
Barely, yeah, I think. So when I started so this is we're recording on a Sunday afternoon in Australia. The beta opened, I think it was like 2 a.m. Saturday morning, 3 a.m. something like that.
So I looked it up on Friday night. I was like, I want to see if I can play some. Oh, it's not open yet. Oh shit.
So yeah, so it opened up. That's when it started. I first tried it about sort of 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Saturday morning in the east. Is there any way we can jump across? And I was greeted with a prompt that said you're going to be in a queue for 58 minutes or something.
Yeah.
That was just to log into the thing.
I remember you. Oh, I'd never found that one.
Yeah, I sent you a screenshot of that. Oh dear.
Yeah, I remember.
But
You said it, and I'm like, fuck.
But ultimately, it did not take that long.
No.
It was probably in real time. It was probably maybe 20 minutes. Oh, what's this? What's going? Let's do the infested mill.
Yeah, what up?
And then I was able to log in, but then went through the character creation process, and I think I eventually joined another queue for a bit of time as well. So yeah, like that's been the biggest quote unquote issue. Has been that.
And they just spun up a bunch more servers.
Yeah, they spun a bunch of servers. Like this is meant to be, I suspect, some levels of game is going to be a load test because in a week's time, next weekend,
Yep.
I'm not
they're doing an open beta.
Yeah, it's straight up just proper open beta, and I can't imagine what that server load's going to be like.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that once that kicks in, there'll be a lot more. What we saw this weekend will be significantly worse.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe they'll get their act together. Maybe they'll nail it down because they sort of know what they've got in terms of capacity. I imagine. Oh, I've got a lot of gear to go and check through. What have we got? No. Ooh.
Well, I've got dropped on the ground is blue or white, so I'm not even bothering. I'm not even bothering picking shit up unless it's at least yellow now.
Yes, I've picked up a shield for an incorrect character, so that's what it.
Into the stash with it. Yeah, I was this is coming out within either on the day Street Fighter 6 releases or within like a couple of days.
Yeah.
So basically by the time this rolls around in June, welcome to what I'll be doing for the next I don't know how long. Mixing up Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4 and question mark.
Yeah. So I'm carrying. Yeah, so you can carry. I'm carrying two. So what do you actually? Do you carry like weapons? You must carry weapons. What are you carrying? Like you've got two swords and a.
I have a Jambia of Splintering Energy, which is a legendary dagger.
Okay. Yep.
And I've got a Forgotten Codex, which sits in my other hand.
Yeah, I'm seeing you carrying that. So what? That gives you some sort of magical stuff, does it?
It adds damage per second,
Okay.
attacks per second, lucky hit chance, mana cost reduction, 3 critical
Oh,
strike
okay.
chance.
It's like it's a passive thing, active all the time for.
Yeah.
Making. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Actually,
So
a diamond in it.
I've got a
Or a
So I've got
topaz.
I've got a main hand is a malicious sword, short sword. In my main hand, offhand is a riposting sword, short sword, and in my two-handed slashing is a exploitive lumber axe.
I was going to say, I can see a big fuck off axe on your back.
Yeah, so if I was to... I don't think I've actually got anything that's using it yet, though, in terms of equipped abilities, though. Where would I need to be? Yeah, so I would have to... So Frenzy requires dual-wielder weapons, which would require me to use that
Big axe.
that big axe to do it. So there are some requirements, sort of requirements for your skills. So the main thing I've got, which is the this attack, that requires a slashing weapon. So that's obviously dagger, sword, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You can then put on. So the things I was looking at when I jumped back into Diablo 3 to look at how it did its ability stuff, skill stuff, is that you would have your main ability, which I think was just a single ability. It didn't rank up, whereas this one you can rank up. You can assign.
Oh, okay.
You can actually do.
Yeah, that's right. There were modifiers for the skills.
Yes, exactly. So there were once you activated a skill, you got the skill, but it scaled with your damage. As you scaled up, you scaled up with you. In Diablo 4, they've put in that you can actually individually rank them, upgrade them to a maximum of 5.
Yeah, it's
and
more an accurate skill tree.
Yeah, so it's more accurate, and then you can actually put on sort of I don't know what the terminology is, because on the skill tree you've got the actual skill itself. Then you've got little 3 sort of a dual thing off it. So for example, Fury, which is the main one, or Rend, which is my main attack, which is this guy, has a enhanced REND, which does when dealing direct damage with Rend extends the duration of vulnerable on enemies by 2 seconds. And then you can do an advanced one on top of that, but you can only pick one of them. Don't know if that means you can swap between them, or you unlock one, you can't unlock the other. I don't know.
You swap between them if you refund your skill points. You can't just switch between them on the fly.
That makes sense.
It sort of plays a medium between Diablo 3 and Diablo 2, because Diablo 2 you could freely do your character skills and your baseline what are they called? Stats.
Yep.
So strength, intelligence, willpower, dexterity, you could just
individually
allocate them as you chose.
Yep.
Whereas Diablo 3 didn't do any of that. Diablo 3, it was just, here's your skills, pick them, and what modifiers you want for them, or the perk system, which a lot of people didn't like on launch, because they're like, you've taken the depth out, whereas they've restored a bit of the depth while still maintaining a bit of control over each character build. So I've got the sorcerer, but the stat that has the highest right now is strength at 60.
Yeah. So I've got strength of 16, intelligence and willpower at 13, and dexterity at 19. But that's just because I've got the weapons equipped that are doing that.
The armor for me is what's doing it as well.
Yeah, so armor's I think 8 too. So I've got only armor of 400 in my build so far, but my attack power is pretty low. So
there's also titles.
Yeah, exactly. You got lucky rubbish on yours.
Yep.
Yeah, I picked up one in the other one in my other character, but as I sort of mentioned at the top of the video, that's gone by the wayside. But yeah,
we should start a clan.
So you can now sort of extend it and use. So you sort of got 2 more sub levels beyond the ranking up of level to level 5, enhanced, and then I think they call these technically advanced, but you've just got a particular name to it, sort of thing. So it's an interesting concept because each of them do that. Each of them have that, but they're all also. I think they're also passive ones. So on the second, I don't know what the hell the little skill tree second bit is. These are core skills.
Yep.
The first one is basic skills. On the core skills, I don't know what yours is called, but directly to the left, there's one called On mine was called Pressure Point. You probably got a different one.
I've got the different, like the incinerate. So the fire, but that fire beam
Yep.
is incinerate. So that's one of my core skills.
Okay, but that's so yeah. So how many?
Oh,
So on your off that core skill one, how many things are branch off it?
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4.
So 6 main skills and 2 seemingly
Sort of like smaller icons sort of things, aren't they?
like buffs. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 5 and 2. So you've got 6 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a sort of different layout. So I assume these are buffed ones. So these are always going to be active. These ones here. So I've got one called Pressure Point, which is Lucky Hit. Your core skills have up to 10% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Which has got a 3 levels of that too as well. And also I've got a English Fury. Basic skills generate 5% more fury when using two-handed weapons. So that's stuff like that. Which I think is sort of kind of go along the same sort of ping of the runes, which were the extra bit you could do on the Diablo 3 side of things.
That's what I was thinking of, runes.
So you had your skills, you had activate a skill, and then you could actually then, on each skill you selected, you had up to 5 runes you could then select that then did a bit more something sort of thing. I think
modified the characteristics of
that
ability
particular,
and all that sort of deal,
exactly, exactly. So that's probably what this is. As you said, they're trying to sort of lay a sort of a balancing act between those two methods of doing things. But so I think it's going to work. I think it's a bit hard to sort of tell, but obviously we're so
I've played so far. I you know how I've been saying on the podcast, I've found it hard to just sort of sit and play something.
Yeah, this is.
I played like a good 6-7 hours of this on
yeah,
Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah, this will be that game for when it comes out. So
it'll be this and Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, and I'll be exactly.
Yep, Graham's getting in Street Fighter 6. Let's go.
Oh, now there is a tick box on that icon. So not too sure why we didn't get that on the last one. Interesting enough. Yeah, weird. Anyway, look, I think that'll do us. I think we've showed enough. Let's get this climb one. So this does give a little bit of sort of verticality to a degree that's a bit more direct rather than just walking up a hill.
Oh man, I'm out of mana. I would be curious if there's like, so there's this sludgy sort of watery sort of ice here. I'd be curious if the weather quote changes and this becomes more hard, solid ice or whatever, or if it's sort of just stagnant in its seasons.
Yeah, not too sure.
So that's the sort of thing that obviously, like, that'd be even harder. Like, dynamic weather seasons would be really difficult to do in something along these lines.
Yeah. So whereabouts do the challenge stuff show up?
So if
here it is.
you probably press start and then collections.
Yeah, collection. Yeah, just found it. Challenges.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have made 7% progress.
I've got 8 of 441.
Yep. I've got 18 of 441.
See, dungeons are some aspect. Oh, wow, I've not even looked at these aspects things. What's this?
They're the bonuses you get from the actual dungeons.
From the actual dungeons. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, I think they can still be, like, account bound. Like, I think they'll still stay unlocked maybe if you create a new character.
If you create a new character, they can then benefit from that, yeah.
Yeah. Like, one of mine is for the Incinerate skill, which increases the burning damage by 20%.
Okay, so there's buffs and stuff on it too. Okay.
Yep. And there's, like, even though the beta's like highlighting the 3 main quest lines we can do, some of them we can't do in the beta. It's just basically here's the first, but it's like, oh, it's blocked.
So that's what I tried to do. Like that, when you tried to do that, that's what I was getting on the screen. When I was also going to other areas of the map as well. So, all right, let's.
Hey, Diablo 4 is pretty great.
I'm thankful they didn't go the like as I said, my concern when the reason why I pre-ordered this was pre-ordered to get back to the beta wasn't that I knew it was going to be a disaster, and it is what it is. That's fine. It was to see if they had could they damage, destroy, whatever you want to use, break it, Diablo, and the short answer is no, they haven't.
They haven't. It's very much a Diablo game.
They've made some decent tweaks. The game looks fucking amazing as far as I'm concerned.
I think it looks really
good.
For this style of game, it looks really good.
Yeah. Yep. The always online stuff is a bit of a pain, but that's just...
But that sort of stuff doesn't bother me because
Oh, the thing that bothers me
I'm
is
always online anyway.
No, that doesn't bother me. The fact that we're online, like we're in a co-op campaign, that makes sense. We're together, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if I was on my own, I shouldn't be seeing any stuttering as the character sort of lurches around the place as it catches up with itself. That shouldn't be happening in it. I have seen that on a single player.
I'm out of fury.
Not a lot of it, but enough to go. It's obvious that that's what happens.
Yeah. I wish when you killed the animals in the environment.
Yeah.
Which makes it sound like a bit of a
It does.
Pine Hill. Hey, I found a camp.
Oh, that's how. I can see what you get. Yeah, I'll come and catch up. Uh oh, I'm being followed. Uh oh.
Who are you being followed by?
Bunch of.
I'm low on fury.
The thing with Fury, you've got to build it up and stack whereas the Rogue, you've always got it. It's always recharging.
Yeah, it's always built.
It's always there and recharging itself.
Ooh!
Occasionally world bosses appear in sync.
World boss is here!
Okay.
Where is it?
Where is it? Oh,
We can get there.
we can get there. Oh, this is the same one. Begins in 30 minutes. No.
Oh. Ah!
Can't wait that long. We can't recall for
I
that
mean,
long.
good.
Good.
There's nothing stopping us.
No.
Alright, fine. I wonder, I'd be very curious what it takes to beat the world boss, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued myself. Alright, I think we're in this little, I don't know whether we are, some sort of camp thing. Anyway,
Pine Hill.
let's leave it there for this video. Yeah, we've got more stuff on the channel. We've got podcast next weekend, which we'll probably talk about Diablo 4 in a bit more depth. But until then, Steve, thank you, sir.
Graham, thank you.
Indeed, we'll catch you in a week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.